And a very good evening to you. Welcome to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM. The Answer. I am Tyler Peterson. It's so good to be with you back here at Raimondi Park. It is now official. The Ballers are going to the playoffs. They are first half champions after the win last night. They, at 34-11, will be going to the playoffs for a 3-game series. They will host all 3 games in September. Their opponent, yet to be seen. The dates of that playoff series, yet to be known. This is game 46, which means we still have 50 games to play in this season before that happens. The umpires have come out to home plate. This looks like a new crew. I am not familiar with any of the 3 gentlemen who are coming to the plate. We are starting a tiny bit late, as the umpires were a touch late, but as both managers now come to the home plate area, actually it'll be Aaron Miles and Anthony Ray, an assistant coach. Here are the lineups tonight. For the Vibes, Carter Booth in center field leads off, followed by Sam Linscott, the right fielder. He'll bat second. Gary Laura, the designated hitter, hits third. Dane Tofflin at third, bats fourth. Garrett Kieber, the shortstop, hits fifth. Will Butcher, the first baseman, hits sixth. Stephen Wilmer in left bats seventh. Tristan Garcia, the second baseman, bats eighth. And Alonzo Zuniga, the catcher, he will hit ninth. On the mound is Craig Schurr. For the Oakland Ballers at 34-11, Darryl Buggs, the center fielder, leads things off. Lou Helmick in left field will bat second. Ryan Pierce will be at third and hit third. Cam Buford at first hits fourth. Dylan Tatum, the DH, hits fifth. Nick Leahy, the shortstop, hits sixth. Kyle Lozano, the catcher, hits seventh. Pat Monteith in right field hits eighth. And Isai Santos at second base, he hits ninth. It's a different lineup than we are used to seeing. There was celebration going on last night, and I'll just say it's a good thing it was a 6:45 start today and not a 1:05 start. And I'll leave it more or less at that. But it is much cause for celebration last night, as it maybe you could say delay the inevitable by a day or two, but the Ballers, with such the incredible run that they've had, finally secured a playoff clinching victory against Rocky Mountain last night. It was a 6-5 final. Carson Lambert getting the win. Hunter Bryant taking the loss. Lou Helmick hitting in runs in the 6th and the 8th to single in the tying run in the 6th, and then singling in the winning run in the 8th. It was a great all-around effort. Everyone contributed. The Ballers did not make an error. They only had 6 hits, and they won anyway. I've given you the lineup, but as is customary here, I'm also going to let Mark Kahn announce the lineup. So we're going to take the public address announcer, Mark Kahn, as the Ballers run out to their positions on the field.
It's now time to announce the starting lineup for your first half champion, Oakland Ballers. Taking the field with the Ballers will be the NorCal Warriors from the San Lorenzo Little League. Leading off and playing center field, number 19, Darryl Buggs. Batting second and playing left field, number 28, Lou Helmick. Hitting third, the third baseman, number 20, Ryan Pierce. Hitting cleanup and playing first base, number 15, Cam Buford. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter, number 7, Dylan Tatum. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 23, Nick Leahy. Hitting seventh, the catcher, number 2, Tyler Lozano. Hitting eighth, the right fielder, number 27, Pat Monteith. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 9, Isai Santos. On the mound, number 30, Noah Milliken.
Thank you so much, Mark. It's now time for the performance of the national anthem. We'll send it back down to the field where an artist by the name Brond will sing the Star Spangled Banner.
Make some noise for the ballers! Let's go. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets had glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
All right. We are almost ready to go on this beautiful Friday evening. It is Star Wars night if you are watching our Flow stream. And you see folks in costume. They did come to the ballpark because it is Star Wars night. They did not just walk off the street like that. Noah Milliken, the right-hander. He is ready to go for his 5th start as a member of the Oakland Ballers. 1-0 this season, a ERA right exactly at 3. 21 innings, 19 Ks to 4 walks. Batters hitting just .238 against him. He is a draft-eligible pitcher. The defense for the Ballers, it's Helmick in left, Bugs in center, Monteith in right, Pierce at third, Leahy at short, Santos at second, Buford at first, and Lozano behind the plate. I don't yet have the umpire listings for this trio. I might see whether or not someone, maybe Casey Pratt, might be able to get me the umpires at some point during the broadcast. But we will update you when that is necessary. I don't know if that's Mike Carr as one of the gentlemen, but we will update you. Ballers in the home whites with the green hats. Milliken, the high green socks, as he prefers. The Rocky Mountain Vibes in blue alternates jerseys with RMV and the, what I imagine, the outline of Pikes Peak right over the heart on a crest. So here comes Carter Booth. Booth at .376, 5 home runs and 33 RBI. He is the 3rd highest batter on the team, still way up there at .376. Sam Linscott leading the team in hitting at .381. It's Kellum Clark at .433 that has the highest batting average, but he is currently on the IL. The first pitch is a ball at 6:39 p.m. A 65-degree Oakland first pitch. Milliken to the plate. It's swung on and fouled away. Milliken, a heavy sinker ball thrower. A sinker that really has got a lot of life on it. He works solely from the stretch. And the next pitch, a curveball that had some good bites that Booth ducked out of the way of, but was not all that far away from being strike 2. That was a nice breaking ball there. The next pitch, Booth, a ground ball, foul. It's 2-2. Booth had a home run yesterday, part of a 2-for-4 night. Quite a few home runs in the contest, 4 for Rocky Mountain, 2 for Oakland in a 6-5 ball game. Just 2 of the 11 runs scored were something other than home runs. And now a half swing. Does he go? No, says the umpire down first. It's ball 3. 3-2. Milliken set. The high kick and the pitch. It swung on, and that's fouled back. That was a half swing by Booth, who protected himself by fouling that pitch away. It may have been going up toward the head and neck area. So this at bat has gone ball, foul, ball, foul, ball, foul. And now pitch 7. Here it comes. Swung on, fouled at the plate. Once again, it's the sinker. Now Milliken ready with another payoff to the leadoff hitter of the ball game. The 3-2 is a fastball on the outside corner. Ring him up. Strike 3 called. Perfect. Perfect backdoor sinker. And there's one away. He loves to do that. I mean, that is a ball that tails back past the black into the zone. I mean, that is a perfect pitch. And now here's Lynn Scott. First pitch to Lynn Scott is a breaking ball called strike at the knees. The next pitch swung on and missed. Lynn Scott very quickly in the 0-2 hole. Milliken comes set. Lozano setting up in. And the pitch is swung on, hit towards short. It's Leahy to pick it up. His throw across is just in time as Lynn Scott ran well. But it's a 6-3 ground out. And there are 2 away. That'll bring up Gary Laura. We are still in a celebratory mood, and I do believe we should have some guests coming on today to talk about this first half and how well it's gone and what is coming up in the future for Oakland. First pitch to Gary Laura is a fastball high for ball 1. Laura batting .333, 7 home runs and 33 RBI. The pitch, fastball at the knees for a called strike 1, 1-1. 2-away in the first, no score, just underway. Milliken to the plate, fastball, strike. I mean, that is just... You would imagine that thing was on a line to Lozano's glove there. It got there very quickly, and it exactly hit the target that was given. It's 1-2. Milliken to the plate. It's a breaking ball well outside. So it went away from the sinker for the first time to Laura. 2-2, 2 outs, bases empty. Lozano setting up back inside. Milliken's pitch is a ground ball, foul. Not by a ton. And the first chop down the baseline may not have even been on the fair side of third base. But Laura got around on it. Laura back ready in the box. Milliken is set. And now the 2-2, a high chopper. Pierce, it goes over his glove, and that's going to be a base hit. And that took a rather wild hop. And Pierce got over. It still was, I would say, on the outside of his body when he tried to reach up and grab that ball. So it is going to be a 2-out single for Laura. It's not within his frame, in other words. Tofflin, the third baseman. First pitch sinker is a called strike. No score, top of the first, man at first. 2 outs. Milliken has no change, as he's always been from the stretch. The 0-1. Tofflin down the line and foul. It did not have a ton of distance behind it. In fact, it had quite a lot of backspin. And sort of frisbeed itself and spun in the air into the stands. It's 0-2. Milliken set. Looks back at the catcher. And now he throws. It's popped up, shallow. This might work toward right center. It drops. It's picked up by Monteith, and it's 2 hits with 2 outs. He did not hit that one really any harder than the previous pitch. But that time he is rewarded. 2 on, 2 out. Back-to-back hits with 2 outs for Rocky Mountain. That brings up the shortstop, Garrett Kieber. First pitch, Kieber, ground ball towards short. Leahy will charge. He'll have to throw across the diamond, and he does so in time for the final out. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. And we move on to the bottom of the first. No score on 860 AM, The Answer. It's Star Wars night here at Raimondi Park and on 860 AM The Answer. No score here in the bottom of the first. The great John Williams composing nearly all the music in Star Wars media and, of course, the main theme from the 70s movies. The left-handed starter today is the best for Rocky Mountain. It's Craig Scherer. 3.52 ERA, a 3-1 record, 8 appearances, 8 starts, a complete game this year as well. 35 strikeouts in 38 1/3 innings. Batters are, however, hitting .323 against him. And I do believe, Jesse Cook, if you're listening, if it's Shearer and not Scherer, I was trying to picture your pronunciation guide, which I don't have in front of me. Shoot me a text. Daryl Buggs will lead things off here, followed by Lou Helmick and Ryan Pierce in a scoreless ball game. Daryl Buggs the second, also known as Bugsy. 254, a home run, which he hit in this series, and 11 driven in. First pitch from Scherer on its way, and Buggs swings and misses. Fastball on the outer half. It's 0-1. Ballers will have the 3 final games of the first half against this Rocky Mountain squad. As Buggs again swings and misses. And then they will take a trip back up to Kalispell for one final time this year and start a 6-game series in the second half. Now Bugs to left center field, hit pretty well. Booth is over into the alley and makes the catch. Fairly well struck ball, but it's a flyout. That'll bring up Lou Helmick, who was the player of the game last night. There is not a stat for game-winning RBI, but he had one last night. The first pitch, fastball, called strike on the outside. RBI single to tie the game in the 6th. And then an RBI single to give the Ballers the lead in the 8th. Their fastball, this one high, 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1, Helmick looks at a strike at the bottom of the zone. Lou not happy, but much too early to use a challenge. And now Helmick will do the slightly more passive-aggressive thing and take the timeout. Now he's back in the box. And the 1-2 is a curveball that's popped up down the third base line. Tofflin over, nearing the tarp. He's going to pull up as that is off the net and out of play. Do you see some good costumes in the stands for Star Wars night? Folks taking in the festivities. And a really nice crowd as well. 1-2. Pitch on its way. Lou pops this up to center field. Kieber 5 steps out of the grass. He will make the catch. 2 away. Here's Ryan Pierce. Well, playing time for Pierce has kind of been hard to come by these days. The right-hander in his 9 games and 27 at-bats is hitting .259, no home runs, 3 RBI, but it's been Nick Leahy that has taken most of the at-bats away from Pierce, who takes a fastball outside for ball 1. Leahy, who has hit 5 home runs in the last week. Now a pitch hit out toward right. This is a somewhat lazy fly ball that the right fielder Linscott will put away for the final out. It's a 1-2-3 first for Scherer, and we head to the second. It's no score on 860 AM The Answer. Welcome back to Ballers Baseball here on 860 AM The Answer. I'm Tyler Peterson. It's the second inning. There's no score in our ball game. The Ballers, who secured a first-half championship last night. I mean, you could say that these games don't matter, but at the end of the day, every game matters to these players because you remember, winning is sort of half of the reason that the league exists. The other half of the reason the league is here is for these players trying to make an impression. And for a guy like Noah Milliken, who really has only had 1 full year of starting experience at a competitive level, which was at Penn this year, every start for him this year is going to be huge, and this will be his last start before the draft. The first pitch to Butcher is a called strike one. Will Butcher, the first baseman, against Noah Milliken. Milliken's next pitch, a ground ball toward third. Charged by Pierce. Gloved. His throw across is in time. And there's one away. We will keep a close eye on some other scores, however, because there is going to be quite the dramatic finish in these final 3 games. Missoula, who lost last night, got the benefit of a Mason Minzy grand slam to put the Jackalopes ahead late in the game against Yuba Sutter last night. The High Wheelers lost when they had a chance to tie Yuba. First pitch to Wilmer. It's a fastball off the plate. So Missoula, who are still playing against the Raptors, are up 5-2 in the 6th. Their magic number to clinch a playoff spot is 3 with 3 to go. So there's very little margin of error. The next pitch outside as well. Yuba, should they tie with Missoula, more or less will have the tiebreaker wrapped up on the runs allowed category. Now a strike on the outside. It's 2-1. So they're effectively in a position, Missoula is, where they are tied or have to act like they are tied and may well need to win all 3 of their final 3 games. Swing and a miss by Wilmer. It's 2-2. One away here in the 2nd. Milliken pitching rather quickly. One away, bases are empty. Stares into Lozano. 2 on the clock, he's got to go. That's expiration, and that is a pitch violation. So Milliken did not get that off in time. It is a ball. 3-2. By the time he looked up, it had already run to 0, and then he lifted. Umpires will usually give you a beat, but that was a bar, so Milliken rightfully got the ball. 3-2 is swung on, it's popped out. Helmick, a couple steps to his left, makes the catch. 2 away. Here is Garcia. Garcia, the 5'5" second baseman, left-handed hitter, bats with 2 outs in the 2nd. First pitch is a called strike. Garcia, 345, a home run, and 29 RBI. The next pitch is fouled at the plate, and it's a quick 0-2. Milliken set. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Milliken sets down the side in order and picks up his 2nd strikeout along the way. We'll take a break and come back for the bottom of the 2nd on 860 AM The Answer. Bottom of the second, no score on 860 AM at The Answer. I'm Tyler Peterson. Welcome back. We'll see Buford, Tatum, and Leahy, three right-handed hitters against the lefty Scherer. Second half starts next week. Nevada Cullen will be back with you on the mic. A special hello to all of our friends in our YouTube chat. All of our usual suspects, it appears so far. Cam Buford stands in, tonight's first baseman. Cam at .324, 7 home runs, 41 RBI. First pitch fastball doesn't quite catch the corner, and a challenge from Alonso Zuniga. Fairly close pitch there. And it's a confirmed ball. And if I take a look here, it's almost a full ball off the plate, maybe about 3/4 a full ball off the plate. So it's a first pitch ball to Buford. Zuniga sets up inside. The pitch on its way, Buford takes it inside. 2-0. Well, fly out, pop out, fly out to the first three hitters he faces. 2-0, Buford takes high, 3-0. Well, Cam yesterday took a 4-pitch walk in his first at bat. He ended up taking an 0 for 3, but was on base 3 times and scored a run. The 3-0, however, is a solid strike, pretty much right down the heart of the plate. Scherer into his windup, and the 3-1. Buford hits this ball to center field. This is an easy chance for Booth, who puts it away for a flyout. One away. Here's Dylan Tatum. Tatum still looking for a qualified batting average. This is only his 28th start of the year. First pitch is high. 388, 13 home runs, which is tied for the team lead. 47 RBIs, 5 off the team lead. 1-0. Low, 2-0. Tells you what a huge impact he had in that Boise series when he's only played half of the games that have been played for the year, and yet he almost leads the team in 2 categories. 2-0. He swings and was too early here. Pops this up. It's behind home plate. Will this reach the stands? It will not, but it will go between the netting and the stands, about as close as you can have to that ball not being foul. But it was. Two and 1 to Tatum. Scherer to the plate, and Tatum takes a breaking ball for a called strike 2. That was a nice pitch there. Scherer got roughed up, in a matter of speaking, by Oakland. As Tatum pops this one up, this may be playable. Behind third, into foul territory. Tofflin will make a catch as he falls down. It's a foul pop out to the third baseman, and there's 2 away. Scherer on the 5th of July allowed 6 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout, and gave up 0 earned runs in 2 innings. However, he gave up 6 unearned runs in those 2 innings, and that was the 20-0 shutout that Oakland had. Here's Nick Leahy, who takes a fastball high and away for ball 1. Two away, scoreless, bases empty as Leahy fouls that away. It's 1-1. Now, Nick Leahy in college this year for the UC Davis Aggies had 5 home runs. And that was in 175 at-bats. For Oakland, Leahy has 6 home runs in 67 at-bats. Next pitch is high, 3-1. Scherer from the windup, and the pitch. Leahy swings and fouls it away. And with as hot as he is swinging, you want him swinging 3-1. 299, 6 home runs, 19 RBI. He does have 22 Ks in that time as well. A shakeoff from Scherer, now into his windup. The pitch is swung on and fouled, the curveball. It'll stay 3-2. Another 3-2. Leahy takes Hine away. A 2-out walk. And that'll allow Tyler Lozano to come up. First pitch to Lozano is a fastball high. Short lead for Leahy at first with 2 away. And Scherer is going to throw over and chase Leahy back. Well, we'll finally get to see the stretch from Scherer. Here's the 1-0. Lozano takes outside, 2-0. That was the fastball from Scherer. Back-to-back at 89 and 88. Now the 2-0. Lozano looks at a fastball on the outer half, 2-1. Had a little bit of trouble yesterday, T-Lo, with some of the breaking pitches that he saw. And Scherer does have a good one. Zuniga's going to set up inside. Pitch on its way is a breaking ball, a half swing. Does he go? No, says the umpire at first. It's 3-1. Still working on those umpire names for you. We'll get you them as soon as we have confirmation. (3-1). Scherer throws and Lozano takes Hine away. It's ball 4. A rally for free after back-to-back 2-out walks. And that'll bring up Pat Monteith. Patty has played a lot this season. This is his 37th game. He, however, is batting .200 with 2 home runs and 8 RBI. It's not really worked out the way maybe everyone had hoped so far for Pat, but certainly takes some good at-bats, 16 walks to just 20 strikeouts. The first pitch is a fastball off the plates. A pretty resolute outer corner from our home plate umpire tonight thus far. It's been called very well. Oakland still looking for their first hit. Men at first and second with 2 outs here in the second, no score. Scherer throws, and Monteith gets a curveball in the dirt. It bounces off the knee of Zuniga. It gets away from him, and both runners will move up. The runners at second and third. Two up. Scherer to the plate, and it's taken high. 3-0 for Monteith, and now Zuniga is going to walk this ball out to Scherer. And there will be a conversation between he, Scherer, and now Dane Toffland, who is going to form a momentary triumvirate on the mound. Santos is behind Monteith. There is a base open at first. Should Rocky Mountain get the idea that they want the lefty to face the lefty. Santos is going through a little cold streak of his own at 225. But just as we said about Pat, he puts together good at-bats. And Isai has walked as much as he's struck out this year, 21 apiece. And he usually puts the ball in play. 3-0, the pitch. Patty takes off the plate, it's ball 4. It was a good pitch. It did not get the chase. Bases loaded for Oakland with 2 outs. It's 3 straight walks with 2 outs, and Les Lancaster is coming out. There is a discussion to be had now. I don't think Les very much likes the development of what has happened here in the second. And Les himself, a left-handed pitcher in his playing days, knows, I think, exactly what to say to Scherer to try to straighten things out. Nevada Cullen, I'd like to say good night. Who is watching on the East Coast. Good night, sweet prince. The first pitch to Santos is in the dirt. Three straight walks with 2 outs, and now Santos in a 1-0 count. The windup from Scherer, and that will catch the corner this time. It's 1-1. I do hear some Coliseum horns, which I think sometimes do transport you to another place in time. The 1-1, breaking ball down and away, 2-1. Scherer from the windup. The pitch. There's a called strike on the outside, 2-2. Catching the corner is Scherer. Santos must protect. Ballers looking for their first hit and first run. The pitch on its way. Eastside takes a big breaking ball in the dirt. We will go to a 3-2, 2-out pitch. 3 straight walks allowed by Scherer. A 4th would allow the run to come in. He's into his windup. The runners go, and the pitch is swung on and tapped at the plate. And boy, did Isai Santos ever swing at ball 4, because that was a pitch that might have hit him in the elbow. The credit there goes to his hand-eye coordination. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. I'd like to say hello to Colin Tazinski checking in from Colorado Springs as well. Hang out with us in the YouTube chat. The 3-2, 2-out pitch to Santos is in the dirt. It's ball 4. It gets away. It's a wild pitch. It doesn't matter because it's ball 4. So it's just a ball, no wild pitch. Lozano was thinking about coming around. That was a breaking ball that never had a chance. It spiked wildly. And it's an RBI walk for Isai Santos. And really, the wheels have come off here for Scherer, who has walked 4 straight batters in the second inning with 2 outs. Now Darrell Buggs. The first pitch, Buggs fouls that back. That was predictable as anything for Darrell to swing at the first pitch, even after seeing 4 straight walks in front of him. He loves to jump. He loves to ambush. It's 1-0 Oakland on the RBI walk. Still no hits. The 1-0. Buggs swings, flies this down the right field line. It's out of play. Buggsy, a fly out to, I call it medium deep left center. 0-2. Pitch from Scherer is in the dirt, 1-2. Lozano at third, Monteith at second, Santos at first. The 1-2 pitch. Bugs takes high. It's 2-2. Well, you're going to start some of the chanting now from the fans who have just watched the pitcher walk 4 in a row. 2-2 count. Scherer still works from the windup. And the pitch. Bugs takes a breaking ball inside. It's 3-2, 2 outs. This has got away a little bit on Scherer now. He got 2 quick outs, retired the first 5. He's walked 4 straight. It's another 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and hit to center field. Booth is going to have this one, and he will snag it, put it away for the final out. The Ballers do not get a hit, but they do get a run. RBI walk from Santos, 4 walks with 2 outs. 3 men left on base, and we move to the third. 1-0 Oakland on 860 AM, The Answer. Welcome back to Ballers Baseball here on 860 AM. The Answer, it's the top of the third. Noah Milliken now works with a 1-0 lead. The Ballers couldn't get a hit, but they do get a run. The latter, of course, the more important of the two. And now the right-hander will face 9-1-2 here in the third inning. Our customary celebrity third inning, and the celebrity is the biggest celebrity around here. It's Paul Friedman. How are we doing, Paul?
We're doing great, Tyler. Good to be on.
Does that have anything to do with the fact that we won a first-half championship last night?
I am here in a no-pressure situation. So I'm coming in. I can't be a jinx. I can't affect it in any way. So I'm ready to be the celebrity.
Zuniga, the catcher, will lead it off against Milliken. The first pitch on its way is a called strike on the outside. It's 0-1. The reaction in the immediate aftermath of the game was pretty surreal. We had a really nice crowd. We had a ton of people that had been more or less waiting to enjoy that win. As Zuniga hits the ball to third, it's thrown to first in time, 1 away. What were your initial reactions, and what kind of people did you have coming up to you after that game last night?
It was just a great situation. I mean, this has been a good team from the very beginning. The streak that we were on coming into this homestand was impressive. The players have been playing well. They've been getting along. The fans have been getting into it. And, yesterday was just fantastic. It's really a nice situation to be able to clinch not just a playoff spot, but, the first half championship early. And the celebration was justified. The players were having a good time. The fans were having a good time. The fans were getting into it. Was a little bit worried about if the team would show up today because it was a late night for a lot of the kids last night. But, so far, so good. So far, so good.
It's 1-1 to Carter Booth after he fouls a ball off of his ankle. And I have to say, the sinker ball from Milliken will sort of get you into that trap from time to time. 1 away here in the third inning. It's 1-0 Ballers. We're speaking with Ballers co-founder Paul Friedman, who is enjoying his team's success in the first half. And I think, Paul, we have a whole off season to obsess over numbers and obsess over, are we calling it right? And, all this stuff. We get the guys here. We see them on the field. That's as advertised. That looks different. Play ball, a week in. we start to panic about the defense.
We were terrified. I don't even think it was a week in, Tyler. I think we were super excited about the team that was put together in the offseason. The front office, Walk, Aaron, y'all did a fantastic job. I mean, on paper, it looked like a squad. I think we started getting pretty afraid that it wasn't what we thought it was going to be. Maybe the second day of spring training, we were having a little bit of problem on the defense. It kind of looked like a Little League practice from time to time out here.
Strike 3 called at the bottom of the zone to Carter Booth, who now has struck out looking twice. I said it was perhaps a bad omen, at least for spring training, when I was working on a media project in the Prescott Market Hall at the time, but I had the stream up of our first sim game. Zach St. Pierre pitching against Danny Harris as Lynn Scott pops us up to left field. Leahy, nobody has it. It drops as Leahy overran it. That's a single for Lynn Scott, who will end up at first with 2 outs. But Zach St. Pierre gets up there. Danny Harris, just off his arm surgery and a year of being out, is hit on the hand with the first pitch. And I thought, is this what we're in for? As it turns out, it was all to be fine.
It was to be fine, and not just to be fine, but the thing that we were worried about, the thing that wasn't showing up in spring training, was the arms weren't ready to start the season, and our defense was terrible. And right now we are leading the league in both defense and pitching, and ERA by a mile.
Lozano throws down, and Lynn Scott is out. Oh, he's out! The tag applied on the helmet. The throw from Lozano was perfect. Lynn Scott even got a huge jump off of Milliken, and Lozano still just in time to throw him out. Paul, you can stick around?
Yeah, I'm going to stick around.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll call it a 1-2-3 inning for Noah Milliken. When we come back, it's 1-0 Ballers on 860 AM The Answer. Welcome back to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM The Answer. Tyler Peterson joined by Ballers co-founder Paul Friedman on our celebrity third inning. It's 1-0 Oakland. Ballers do not yet have a hit, but thanks to 4 straight walks in the second inning, they did get a run. We'll see Helmick, Pierce, and Buford, first 3 hitters. I want to ask you about Lou, Paul, because we did not have an international player in our first year. We did try like heck to try to get it done, but we did get the transfer for Lou done as he's going to bounce out to second base. Garcia will throw on to first. But I will say a player of, 1, his pedigree, and 2, his personality, and then as it turns out, his talent on the field as well. Could just be a fan favorite, but is also a major part of the batting lineup.
No, we've been super excited to have Lou, and we've been trying to get international players. We would love to get more. Visa issues in the Pioneer League make it a little bit challenging. Lou had a unique situation where we were able to pick up a visa that already existed, and it's been great having him. And he's been a fan favorite from the beginning. We've had fans out here in Lederhosen waving German flags. And on a day like this, you really want a German player. If all the players are going to be hungover, having a German in the lineup is usually going to help you out.
Strong constitution, yeah?
Strong constitution.
1-1 to Pierce as he swings through that pitch. Now a ball hit to center field. Booth had to momentarily figure out what he wanted to do. He backs up a little bit, makes the catch, 2 away. There might have been a little root beer and pretzel party after the game last night for some of these guys who very much deservedly celebrated their championship at a pace of 34-11 so far, which is batting well over 700.
It is a historic pace that they're on right now.
Cam to left field. Will this stay in the park? Wilmer at the wall, and that baby is gone.
That one is a souvenir. It's out on the street. Let's see if somebody gets it.
Well, they can say they just picked up the first hits of Star Wars night for Oakland. They now lead 2-1 on Buford's 8th of the year. That was the swung on and gone description of a 377-foot home run to left center. A fastball right at the belt for Cam Buford. Here's Tatum. First pitch fastball, just a touch high. Want to know the count. Tatum now takes a strike. 1-1. What to you, Paul, has surprised you the most about how this season has gone? Maybe something in the reception that the team has got in their second year.
Well, I don't know if it's surprising. It just keeps building and keeps building. We obviously got a lot of fanfare before we ever played a game. Our first game was a sellout, but last year was sort of building of attendance, and we had some days where we weren't filling the stands. This year it sort of feels like every week it's getting better. I'm looking out, and I really can't see very many empty seats. It's been like that all week. I think it'll be like that for the next couple of days as well.
1-2 is outside. Average attendance is up by, I think, about 300 or 400 folks per game, which is, of course, nice to see. And, I mean, there is still, a good amount of branching out that maybe needs to be done to other communities of the Bay. But I think the word is out as Tatum hits the ball to left field for a base hit. Back-to-back 2-out hits for Oakland. And that'll now bring up Nick Leahy back to the plate. It's 2-0 Oakland here in the bottom of the third. Tyler Peterson joined by Ballers co-founder Paul Friedman. I was a little bit worried, Paul, that you'd miss out on the fun because I know how envious you were of trying to get that first half championship, and I think you were stuck in the skies a couple days ago during a game.
I was stuck in the skies. It was the first 2 home baller games that I did not attend were the Tuesday and Wednesday games this week. Tuesday was obviously a nice victory. Wednesday looked like it was going to be a nice victory as I was on a Delta flight flying back from Detroit with bad Wi-Fi. And then it all went haywire. And 30,000 miles up with bad Wi-Fi is not the place you want to be when you're trying to figure out how your team is doing. It was painful.
The 0-1 by Scherer is swung on a miss to Leahy. It's 0-2. Leahy's walk in the second ended up being the one that scored the first of 4, and he'll now take time. Runner at first, 2 outs. Yes, I mentioned that would be incredibly frustrating. I would have to believe even if you couldn't see the score, you probably looked down and saw, oh, well, Sully's in, we're up 4. Let's wrap this puppy up.
I thought we were in pretty good shape, and then it started to go poorly quickly. But, the bright side is it means I got to be here yesterday when we did clinch. I didn't want that to happen. It would have been plenty fine having won while we were on the flight. But it was nice to be here. It was fun to celebrate with the guys. Fun to be part of a team like this. For these players, you can play baseball for a long time and not be on a team that's playing this well. I was talking to some guys in the clubhouse today, and not one of them had been on a team that had won 12 in a row. I mean, that what they're doing right now is pretty special, and we just hope it continues for the rest of the season.
The season high last year was 7 in a row, and I think that was somewhere in the August realm when we were beaten up on NOCO at one point. The 2-2 on its way. Leahy takes in the dirt. This one now gets away from Zuniga, and this will be a wild pitch. We'll take a look. It bounced? Yes, okay. A wild pitch that advances Tatum to second.
Yeah, and that was pretty fun last year when we started to put things together in the second half and get some 6-game win streaks, 7-game win streaks. This has just clicked much quicker, which was really good and important this year because of the way the Pioneer League playoffs work. Home field advantage goes to the winners of the first and second half seeding.
Nick Leahy takes Hine away. It's another walk to Leahy. And that'll bring up Lozano, who also walked in the second. Ballers will host all 3 games of a playoff series, third game if necessary, before the championship series. The opponent is yet to be decided. And even the second team in this second half is yet to be decided as Lozano takes a strike. Missoula and Yolo are both in contention. Just 1 game separates them. We asked ourselves last year, what would the records of Oakland and Yolo have been if they didn't play each other 36 times? We knew that these were 2 of the best teams in the league. And I think this year we're getting a pretty good idea of what that would have looked like because those 2 teams are now both top 3.
Yeah. It was clear that from the beginning, the High Wheelers and the Ballers were 2 of the best teams and just played an incredible amount of times, 39 if you include the postseason, 41 if you include the spring training games, incredible amount of times, and really canceled each other out. And the fact that both were able to make the playoffs in spite of having to play each other so many times, a real testament to how good those teams are. This year in the first half, we can see that, number 1 and at this point number 3 could end up being number 2, 2 pretty strong teams. We will have to play each other 18 times in the second half, which is a good reason why we're happy we clinched the playoffs.
Scherer to the plate, 2-1. Lozano takes off the plate. It is 3-1. So Scherer getting up toward the 70 pitch mark. We are only in the 3rd inning, and the bullpen rather quiet for Rocky Mountain still. Both runners take their leads at first and second. Defense playing behind them. The 3-1 to Lozano is swung on, hit to center field, hit pretty well. Booth is back at the wall. He leaps. It's off his glove. 2 runs will score, and Lozano is pulling up lame into second. I think he might have just pulled a hammy. He is trying to walk this off.
He looks like he's in pain. Never good to see. Also not great to see when he's one of your, really day-to-day guys, strong catcher. But we can rest him. That's the good news.
Yep. And he is bent over at the waist right now. It's James Harris, Bruce Valentine, and Aaron Miles. The only issue here, and again, say what you will, 3 games left in the first half, we've already clinched. Dylan Tatum is the DH. So the Ballers, if Lozano cannot continue, will lose their DH. And Tatum will have to come in and catch. So I'll tell you this first off. Nice 2-run double by Lozano. It's now 4-0, and Lozano is done.
Yeah. No point in risking it at all. Obviously the defensive switch is something you have to worry about. But again, we clinched. Better to make sure that Lozano's okay. He's not going to hurt himself.
So we're going to have to figure this out because they're going to have Zach St. Pierre pinch run for Lozano. And then I am going to have to really pay attention to how this scoring system is going to want me to input the rest of what is going to happen after this.
Yeah.
So
you might have to explain to me what's going to happen here.
Yeah. So St. Pierre will run for Lozano. And here's Monteith, who takes a first pitch strike. So someone's going to have to come out of this game, and it will likely be the spot of Lozano. Pinch runner in the 3rd. Ground ball up the middle over the bag. Monteith, they're going to send St. Pierre. Booth's throw is offline. And Pat Monteith, with an RBI single, advances to second on the throw. 5-0 Oakland.
I was talking to Aaron, and he said he was, just for fun, going to let the pitchers take BP tomorrow. It would have been helpful maybe if they did it today, if some of them are going to have to bat.
Well, St. Pierre, that's his second run of the year, I do believe, Paul. No, it's his third already as a pinch runner. That's 3 appearances, 3 pinch runs.
I mean, Zach is just an incredible athlete, one of the best athletes on the team. The fastest or second fastest guy on the team. He can pitch. He can do everything. And if we needed a pitcher to bat, Zach probably not a bad bet.
It's 1-0 to Isai Santos. Ballers who got a run without a hit in the previous inning have done the damage themselves here. A solo shot by Buford, a 2-run double by Lozano, a RBI single by Monteith as Santos fouls that away.
We got a new chant going. I haven't heard this one before.
We Are Ballers?
The We Are Ballers. I kind of starting to spread around.
It's not bad. The 1-1, Santos takes a big curveball for a strike on the outside corner.
Corner-ish.
Yeah. Maybe where it crossed the zone, right? 1-2 to Santos. Scherer throws, and the next one is down and away. 2-2. 5-0 Oakland. They've busted out for 4 runs here in the third. Monteith at second, 2 away. All this damage with 2 outs. The pitch is popped up on the infield. Who wants it? Laura? He drops it! And scoring is Monteith. That is an error. It hit it either right in the webbing or right in the palm, and it's a straight E3.
Not exactly sure what had it there. He didn't lose it. He saw it the whole way. He called everybody off and then couldn't make the catch.
It's never an easy play. It's an unearned run. And here's Bugs, 6-0. Bugs takes high. So I'm sure the question for most fans now is, well, playoffs are happening. When should we know by when the games are, and when should tickets be sold?
That is a great question that we don't exactly know the answer to. We're working with the league to figure out when the playoffs are going to be scheduled. I think some of it has to do with who the second team is and just their ballpark availability. As soon as that happens, we'll start rolling out tickets in order. For season tickets and fan owners will get early access, and then we'll make them, available to the general public. Assume it'll be, early August. But those tickets will almost certainly sell fast. When we were at the playoffs last year, both those games were sellouts or near sellouts. So we're expecting, a full house. So we'll get them out as soon as possible. And, there's something special about the playoff atmosphere in Oakland. And so we're excited to be able to host some playoff games.
2-1. Bugs swings and fouls it back. It's 2-2. It's a 5-run third inning for Oakland. They lead 6-0 over the Vibes. Tyler Peterson and Ballers co-founder Paul Friedman with you. 9 batters Oakland has sent to the plate here in the third inning. It's a 2-2 pitch to Darryl Bugs. Scherer is set, and his pitch on the way is swung on and missed. The curveball ends the inning. Well, Paul, I have to say, I think 5 runs is the most any guest has scored. I think Arlo only had 4.
There you go.
So I think you did one better.
Well, Arlo's tough competition, but if I can, now I'm obviously not bad luck, so maybe I can be invited back again.
I appreciate it. Paul, thank you so much. We head to the 4th, 6-0 Oakland on 860 AM The Answer. Welcome back to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM. The Answer. We were just finishing up our preparations to understand what exactly we were looking at here, and I think we can give you a pretty good idea. Tatum will hit 5th as catcher, and Milliken will now bat 7th. The Ballers have lost their DH. The first pitch to Laura is a line drive on 2 hops. Pierce stabs it. He gets up, throws a 1-hopper across, and it's still in time. A 5-3 ground out for out number 1. It is not the first time the Ballers in this last 2-week stretch have given up their DH. However, this is far earlier than anyone would likely care to do so. Here's Toffland. First pitch, slider, in for strike 1. Oh and 1. And now we have time. We think we do have our umpiring crew, by the way. It'll be Joe Shields behind home. Bill Shortridge at first. The 0-1 on its way. Tofflin grounds it foul. And Garrett Wells at third. A name I am not familiar with. Milliken comes set from the stretch. And the pitch is a slider down and away. Well, Oakland does not have another true catcher on the roster. The closest thing they have inside the grounds of Raimondi Park is their bullpen catcher, Dante Peretti. Fastball at the bottom of the zone. Ring 'em up. Strike 3 called. It's another strikeout, a 4th for Milliken, and his 3rd via the backwards K. That brings up Garrett Kieber. Boy, if Milliken keeps rattling off stuff like this, I don't care what kind of college season he has, they've got to pay attention to him in the draft. First pitch in for a called strike. Two outs here in the top of the 4th. Ballers lead 6-0. Milliken fires and Kieber fouls it out of play. Oh, 2 to Kieber. Milliken shakes off Tatum, now comes set. Tatum setting up away. And the pitch is the slider. Strike 3 swinging. And that is the final out of the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th. 6-0 Oakland on 860 AM. The Answer. Welcome back to Oakland Ballers Baseball on 860 AM. The Answer. We are going to see our first new pitcher of the night. It's the right-hander Jordan DeStefano. He'll take over for Craig Scherer here in the bottom of the fourth. And so whereas you could say that really the last game that Scherer allowed 6 runs against Oakland really did not deserve to give up the 6 runs. The 6 runs he gave up today were almost all due to him. 3 innings, 4 hits, 6 runs, 5 were earned. He walked 5 batters and only struck out 1. Here's Helmick. Helmick is 0 for 2 today. First pitch, Lou takes a strike at the bottom of the zone. So we will try to see whether we can get a note on Lozano and how he might be doing, but there's few injuries on a sports field that you can tell from just an observer's view of what happened, and that there very much looked like some type of hamstring pull. Next pitch is low, 2-1 to Helmick. Stefano is set. And the pitch is swung on, grounded, softly hit toward the right side of the mound. The throw across the diamond is not in time. And Helmick beats out an infield single. Well, you get the extra step as a left-handed hitter, and it came in handy there as Helmick beat that out by 1 step. We'll see Ryan Pierce. Pierce is 0 for 2. Still looking for that first pro home run, and as a power guy, he'd like to break that duck, as they say. First pitch to Pierce. Swing a ground ball toward the left side. It is through. It's a base hit. Back-to-back singles to start the fourth. Here comes Cam Buford. Buford homered in his last at bat. It's an interesting feeling now, playing this game knowing you're already going to the playoffs. I have to admit, the first pitch to Buford, he looks at a strike at the top of the zone. It just, there is this little, their pressure is off now. You can play loose. I've been through, this is now a 5th season, 6 years in this league. I've not had a team win a first half before. That's fouled away. It's 0-2. I've seen one of my teams be a wild card team. I've seen one of my teams win a half twice. In fact, win a half once when there was divisions, once then when it was a full league. The 0-2, Buford swings and misses over the breaking ball, and DeStefano picks up his first strikeout. But never the first half. And Missoula almost always wins the first half. So here's Tatum. Now remember, Milliken is batting in the 7th spot, which is 2 away. Tatum is 1 for 2. First pitch, half swing. Does he go? I think he did. No, says Shortridge at first. 1-0. It looked fairly suspicious from up here, and Dillon, of course, will take it. 2 on, 1 out here in the fourth. 6-0 Oakland. A pitch in the dirt, 2-0. Stefano to the plate. Tatum takes off the plate. No, excuse me, a strike. Two one. Stefano, a spinner that Tatum swings through. It's 2-2. That was almost like a slurve that he's throwing at 76. Here's the 2-2. Both runners go. It's a half swing. It's off the glove of the catcher. No swing and a wild pitch. Does he go? No, says the first base umpire. There's a little bit of a wild sequence there. So let's back up. It's not a wild pitch. Both runners are on the move. It's a double steal, and it puts runners at second and third. It's a 3-2 count to Tatum. Pierce and Helmick both pick up stolen bases. Here's the payoff. Stefano throws, and the breaking ball is hit toward third. Here comes Helmick home, and now he's in a rundown. And Loon only can go one way, and the flip is in time. A fielder's choice for Tatum. 5-2 put out on Helmick, and Pierce goes to third. Here's Nick Leahy. And do they even bother putting Milliken in a helmet? Probably not. They'll probably just burn their designated pinch hitter here, whoever they want it to be. They probably don't even bother putting Milliken in a helmet, and then maybe when his time comes up again, they'll maybe just end his night a little short. So runners at the corners. For Leahy, who takes a breaking ball for ball one above the zone. 6-0 Oakland here in the fourth. Runners are at the corners. The 1-0. Leahy fouls it back. Two more games next 2 days, a 4:35 start time. On Saturday, then a 1:05 start time on Sunday. The 1-1. Leahy takes a slider, a touch outside. But Joe Shields behind the plate. I mean, he can almost do no wrong back there tonight. He has been, I mean, he must have just got the LASIK or something because he has called everything correct. Not to say he was bad before. That's not what I'm saying. The 2-1, no. Time. It ran out on the pitcher. It's now 3-1. Our second of the day violation. So 3-1 to Leahy. Outside for ball four. And do you know what? Yes. Okay. Milliken has a helmet, but this is not going to be Noah Milliken. He's got a helmet and a bat. Aaron Miles will not let this continue. It's going to be someone else. Milliken wants to hit. He's throwing his hands up saying, come on, Skip. It's going to be Christian Almanza. So Almanza will hit for Milliken with the bases loaded. And then Milliken will then re-enter. Boy, this seventh row has been occupied by Lozano, St. Pierre, Milliken, and Almanza, and then will be Milliken again. First pitch to Almanza. He takes a first pitch ball to begin the at-bats. Nick Leahy has drawn 3 walks today. How about that? The 1-0. Almanza takes in the dirt. It's blocked by Zuniga. We must have a Ryan Pierce fan in front of us because someone is quite excited or quite agitated about Ryan Pierce on the base paths. They're loaded for Oakland here in the 4th. No runs in yet. 2-0. Almanza takes inside 3-0. Could see one soon. Single strikeout, fielder's choice walk. Our innings so far, 2 away. And this pitch better be in the zone for DeStefano. It is a strike. 3-1, just catching the bottom of the zone. Almanza pops it up into center. Is it Kieber? It looks like it is. He gloves it for the final out. Ballers do not score. They get 2 hits, no errors. They leave 3. And after 4, it's 6-0 Oakland on 860 AM, The Answer. Ballers lead 6-0 here in the 5th. Welcome back to Raimondi Park. Ballers Baseball on 860 AM The Answer. I'm Tyler Peterson. It's great to be back with you. And then I go away again after the weekend, and Nevada Cullen comes back on the mic, and he will have the following road trip up in Kalispell. It is our 5th inning. Question on The Answer. I want to know, since it's Star Wars night, what is your favorite piece of Star Wars media out there? Is it one of the movies? And instead of saying what is your favorite movie, I want to say media, because now when I think Star Wars, I think Andor, because that to me is not necessarily something that is created for fans of Star Wars, but what I just consider is just good old espionage set within the world of Star Wars. And to me, thank you, 3PO. And to me, that is something which has been missing from the recent movies. Butcher grounds this to short. Leahy's throw is in time at first. If we want to talk about the latest Star Wars movies, we can rant about them. Because I do believe these drops coming in from Vince, by the way. There is a little bit too much of playing to the audience. I think whereas that didn't really exist, they didn't really need to tie things together before. They felt the need to in these last recent movies, and as the final trilogy, as someone who grew up on Attack of the Clones and Phantom Menace and those which I know were at the time much maligned, I had a great appreciation for them as a young man. So those are ones. The great Ewan McGregor, of course, there as Obi-Wan Kenobi. 1-1 to Wilmer, one away here in the fifth. Just have these ready to go. It's amazing, Vince. 6-0, Oakland. Milliken throws to the plate. It's a called strike. It's 1-2. Couple of shakeoffs from Milliken. And now the 1-2 on its way. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. Noah Milliken has his 6th strikeout. Two away in the inning. Jeff and Nancy say Andor was superb, perfect lead-in for the 77 film. I have not finished the second season of that yet as Garcia takes a pitch high and away. Of course, if I was to be pedantic here, it leads straight into Rogue One, which leads straight in to the 4th movie, the 77 film. It's 1-1 to Garcia. Milliken fires, and it's swung on and missed. He's just got it working today, Noah Milliken. He is ahead in the count, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch on its way. Milliken throws. It's a ground ball. Slowly hit. Charging is Santos. He will flip with the glove. It's in time. No, it's off of the glove of Buford. Oh, I thought it was going to be in time. That's got to be a base hit. That was such a close play. I think Garcia knocked the ball with his body out of the glove of Buford, and we're going to give him the hit there. Either the hit with the bat or the hit with the body. He's at first. That'll bring up Zuniga. Empire Strikes Back is the best film for Jeff and Nancy. Okay. Zuniga pops it up on the first pitch. Santos out. Monteith in. It's Isai who will glove it and put it away. No runs, a hit, no errors, a man left on base. We move on to the bottom of the 5th. Still 6-0 Oakland on 860 AM The Answer. It's the bottom of the 5th inning. Monteith, Santos, and Bugs to start things out against Jordan DeStefano. We still are in our question on the answer segment, and if you are listening and like to tune in on our live chat, I want to know what your favorite is. Star Wars Night at the Ballpark. What is your favorite piece of Star Wars media? your favorite movie, your favorite television show. I will say this. My favorite piece of Star Wars media growing up was the Clone Wars, not the Clone Wars that you would know, the animated series, but the Genndy Tartakovsky hand-drawn Star Wars Clone Wars series. His first pitch is high and away, which was, I think, shown in about 3 to 5 minutes snippets on Cartoon Network in the early 2000s. The next pitch is a strike at the bottom of the zone, 1-1. Genndy Tartakovsky was probably better known for producing the Samurai Jack series at the time, but his Clone Wars series was extremely well presented. It's a swing and a miss by Monteith. If you want to get into it, it was the debut of General Grievous, and the explanation, you had to watch that series to understand why he was coughing in the third movie. 1-2 to Monteith. Monteith pops this up near the Oakland dugout. Zuniga coming over. He throws the mask. He makes a diving catch. Wow, what a nice play from Alonzo Zuniga. He caught that falling forward. That's the first out of the fifth. Santos to right field. Linscott is over. He's in the alley. He makes the catch. 2 away. And that'll bring up Darryl Buggs with 2 outs. Two outs for Buggsy. It's been a semi-quiet inning thus far. And we just got some hot fries up from Miles's kitchen. Wow, these are piping hot babies. First pitch is off the plate. Hands to Mark Kahn for facilitating the delivery. The 1-0 to Buggs. Line drive off of the glove of the shortstop Kieber. A leaping attempt, but that's a hard hit single for Buggs. And now bringing up Lou Helmick. Helmick has a hit and 3 at bats. DeStefano fouls that away. Oh, 0-1. 6-0 Oakland here in the 5th inning. DeStefano waits. Now he throws over Buggs' back. All right, I have some folks who know what I'm talking about. I don't know how to say your name. R-T-Y Able? Art Table. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. There goes Buggs. The pitch is a strike. Buggs steals second. Ball went to center field, but Buggs could not get back up in time. Jesse, you know what I'm talking about, too. I think Andor is tops. But I am just so happy somebody knows what I'm talking about with the old Clone Wars. I mean, that was action. There's one particular assault, maybe on Coruscant, with a lone clone trooper against a lot of battle droids. The 0-2 is fouled back. I'm showing a little bit of my age, but Star Wars was all the rage between the ages of, I would say, 6 to 11 for me. It's 0-2 to Helmick. And now we have time. Helmick asked for it and was given it. All right, top 3 movies for my new favorite commenter. Empire Strikes Back, okay. Revenge of the Sith, okay. And then Rogue One. I've got Rogue One way up there now. I mean, Rogue One was very well done. It's way high and away. Because right now, things that Tony Gilroy touches just turn to gold. Hey, it's all good, dude. I'm just trying my best out here to pronounce it correctly. 1 and 2. Pitch on its way. Helmig fouls it out of play again. We had some folks who actually read some Star Wars book series. Now those I don't know much about. Anything that's in the extended universe per se. One and 2. Fouled back. Helmick is hanging in there. It's Bugs at second. Bottom of the 5th. 2 outs, a 1-2 count. 6-0 lead for Oakland. One and 2. Helmick takes in the dirt. It's 2 and 2. I am still waiting for my opportunity to call a Lou Helmick home run. Nevada got both of them this year, and it's something I won't let go. I'm still extremely jealous. Two and 2. Helmick down the right field line. This one looks like it's going to stay in play, and it's foul. Oh, just foul. It certainly was not going to have home run distance, but I had that pegged as an RBI extra base hit. I think Bugs was already practically in the dugout. So Lou comes back and will continue this at bat. I'm glad all the folks in our YouTube chat have enjoyed this Star Wars conversation. Get any final ones in now. 2 outs in the 5th. Stefano to the plate. Helmick will flare this out of play again. Spoiling pitch after pitch. And eventually one of these, you'd have to believe he's going to square up. The 2-2 is down the line again by Helmick. Is this one fair? No! Now he's just toying with all of us. What is that, the 7th straight foul ball? My word. This is a long at bat. Two and 2 still to Lou Helmick. Bugs still at second. 2 away here in the 5th. 6-0. Oakland. The pitch. Helmick to left field. This is deep. And Auf Wiedersehen! Nothing Oakland. Do you know what that was? That was T-Lo's at bat from the third playoff game last year. Same energy. Oh, you just saw my Make-A-Wish come true. Eight nothing Oakland. First pitch to Pierce is a called strike. The 0-1, Pierce takes off the plates. His third home run of the year. The next pitch, slider, called on the outside. It's 1-2. Eventually, he was going to square one of those up. One and two to Ryan Pierce. He's still waiting on his first pro home run as well, but it won't happen here as he strikes out. All right. We will be back for the sixth. The two-run home run by Lou Helmick makes it 8-0. This is Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer. It's the sixth. It's 8-0 Oakland. Milliken back on the mound, who has been just outstanding today. Noah Milliken, who since joining Oakland has just put up back-to-back-to-back great performances. Today so far, let's talk through the 5 innings. 5 innings, 4 hits, no walks, 6 Ks, 3 looking. Has not allowed a run thus far. 6 outs on the ground as well. So 12 of his outs have been balls either in the infield or a batter who has not left the box. And that is a great recipe for success in this league. The first pitch to Booth is a ground ball foul. Now, I'll go on it. Now I'm going to say technicality even for the Butts family. It's Auf, A-U-F, Auf Wiedersehen for the home run. Which means, of course, goodbye. Next pitch is down low. Booth today has struck out twice looking against Milliken, which must be sort of really questioning Carter Booth right now, who's a very good hitter. And just is not able to put together a good sequence of an at-bat. He is ahead 2-1 here, though. Takes that pitch at the bottom of the zone. It's 2-2. Only one challenge issued in the game. It was by the catcher for Rocky Mountain Zuniga. It was incorrect or unsuccessful. The 2-2 is a slider off the plate, and Booth lays off. You can see the bat start to travel down a certain path, but it laid off. Milliken set. Another 3-2. The pitch on its way. It's a ground ball back to Milliken. He somehow finds it in his body, and he throws to first. It didn't exactly go in the glove, but it didn't bounce off him. He sort of trapped it and then made the play. Here's Sam Linscott. Linscott has a single. 1 for 2 today. First pitch is a slider in the dirt. It's 8-0 Oakland in the 6th. The 1-0. Fastball off the plate. Tatum's going to get some new baseballs here. Milliken set on 2-0. And the pitch. High chopper, Milliken to come off the mound, but that'll bounce foul. Scott back in the box. The 2-1. Fastball, that's on the outside corner for strike 2. I mean, he loves to paint the outside corner with that backdoor sinker on righties. I would not be surprised for him to attack Linscott again in that same spot. The pitch is a slider hit to Pierce. He gets one big hop. Looks at the baseball, throws across, and it's too high. It's going to be an error. I think Pierce did just take too much time there, and the throw was not perfectly accurate. If he took even a breath more, it wouldn't have mattered if the throw is accurate or not. First pitch to Laura is a strike. So 1 away, a man at first. In an 8-0 game. The 0-1 hit down the line, foul. Laura today is 1 for 2. The Oakland bullpen still well quiet, and Milliken has just been so good today with the quick inning. The next pitch, slider down and away. One and one to Laura with Linscott at first. He has speed. Linscott has been thrown out once today. The slider is strike 3 called. Laura did not see that one coming. And whether they're guessing wrong or not seeing the pitch, Milliken, 7 strikeouts, 5 via the backwards K. Now here's Tuffland. Milliken's first pitch swung on, fouled away. I see Caleb Franzen starting to toe the rubber in the Oakland bullpen. This may be it for Milliken after 6. The pitch. It hits the elbow of Tuffland. Now, Milliken's good for, I think, 1 hit batsman per game because of the natural sink he has on that fastball. But he is due to bat in the next inning, and Aaron Miles does not want to see his pitcher take any swings, so more than likely what will happen is Milliken will finish out this inning. There will be a designated or a pinch hitter for that spot, and then it will be Franzen. Here's Kieber, the shortstop. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. There's an error in the inning, so any runs that score would be unearned. First pitch, Kieber takes high and inside, look out. One and 0. Milliken throws. That pitch is at the top of the zone for a called strike, 1-1. Milliken kicks and fires, and that's swung on, fouled straight back. 1-2. Two outs in the inning. Ballers up 8-0. Milliken trying to complete 6. It's a 1-2 to Kieber. And the pitch is popped up. Shallow right field. This might drop. Bugs will dive and make a spectacular catch. A full out stretch and nearly popped up out of the slide as well to continue running. And he just robbed Kieber of a hit and an RBI. No runs, no hits, an error, and 2 men left on. It stays 8-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th on 860 AM, The Answer. Bottom of the 6th, we'll see our 3rd pitcher for Rocky Mountain tonight. As the right-hander, Nyan Hernandez will come in and pitch for the Vibes. It's 8-0. The Ballers lead Rocky Mountain. Nyan Hernandez just has 1 appearance. It came last week against Oakland. 2 innings. He allowed 3 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Allowed a couple of doubles and a home run to Nick Leahy. Here's Buford. Buford takes a fastball outside for ball 1. Hernandez was acquired in a trade from the Milwaukee Milkmen of the American Association, which is a very good program. I say that as if they're a college. His next pitch is outside 2-0. I suppose I should say they're a very good team. Very good club. 2-0. Hernandez throws, and Buford takes a strike. Hernandez kicks, fires. That fastball also catches the bottom of the zone. It's 2-2. The next one on its way is down low, 3-2. I think there is some extent, though, to thinking about independent baseball as programs, as player programs, and what you do for the player as much as what they do for you. Next pitch, bit outside, and nobody from Rocky Mountain side wants to challenge, so it's ball 4. Zuniga dropped his head, and that was one that maybe they should have challenged. And really, do you do the challenge on a ball or strike call to start an inning, or do you do his challenge on a 3-2 pitch? Here's Tatum. Takes the first pitch strike. It's 0-1. I'd like to know how many home runs Dylan Tatum has at home. It may only be 3. Oh, 1. Tatum swings and misses. Chases the off-speed pitch. It's a quick 0-2. Runner at first. No outs here in the 6th. Ballers up 8-0. Hernandez's pitch is in the dirt. 1-2. Four hits for Rocky Mountain today, 8 hits for Oakland. Hernandez set at the belt once again. He waits, he kicks, he fires, and Tatum takes in the dirt. It's a long time to go to bounce 91. Oh, a little play on words from the Butts family. I got you. Okay. No, I do like it. Thank you for always participating in our YouTube chat. Tatum takes low in the dirt. Well, Hernandez had him 0-2. And the next 3 pitches have all hit gravel. So a full count. Set is Hernandez. The 3-2. Here it is. It bounces again. It's a walk. So 2 walks in the inning. And Hernandez there, I mean, you're ahead of a guy 0-2, and then all 4 pitches bounce. And now Les Lancaster is coming over to look at his catcher Zuniga, who is trying to work out his hand, and it looks like he's all right. So Yuba, and Mark Kahn, our PA announcer, just announcing some scores. Missoula has beat Ogden. And Yuba currently leading 8-3, so it looks like nothing may change tonight. Here's Nick Leahy. Leahy has walked 3 times today. The first pitch is a fastball just off the plate. Joe Shields, he is just on his game, man. I mean, that's not more than half an inch off the plate. The 1-0 to Leahy. Ground ball slowly hit to short. Kieber flips for 1. The return throw to first. That's a double play. 6-4 to 3. And that will send Buford to third, but eliminate Tatum 6-4. Here we go. Noah Milliken has a bat. Will Milliken be allowed to swing? Will he be allowed to swing? Let's see. The first pitch is outside for ball one. And he was ready. He was ready. He 1-0. The pitch, it's a swing and a foul ball. Well, I got to say, for some guys just coming out of college, it may not be that long ago that they two-wayed in high school. One and one to Milliken. The next pitch, he swings and fouls one again late past the first base dugout. Or the first base dugout. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Milliken ready, and the pitch is a ground ball towards short. Keeber is going to throw across the diamond, and it is just in time to get Milliken. All right, Noah Milliken. He looks like he will pitch the seventh. We'll come back. It's Ballers 8 and the Vibes nothing on 860 AM The Answer. All right, how about this? Noah Milliken is not going to pitch. It's Caleb Franzen. Aaron Miles just gave him a bat. That's awesome. So Milliken is done. He's replaced by the lefty in the pen, Caleb Franzen. So Franzen on the year. A 5.57 ERA, a 2.0 record, 17 appearances, 21 innings pitched, 23 strikeouts, 3 walks, 24 hits. Batters hitting .279 against him. Franzen will face off against Butcher, then Wilmer and Garcia here in the 7th. First pitch, Butcher sends this ball to right field. Pat Monteith circles underneath it and makes the catch. So I'm very surprised that Oakland allowed Milliken to bat there, but good for them as well. Here's Wilmer. We're bat from the right side here, and the first pitch is low. Milliken today, 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 6 shutout innings, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. Pitch to Wilmer is fouled off of the catcher, Tatum. It's 1-1. I have to check whether or not that is a career high in strikeouts. Franzen set is 1-1, is in the dirt, 2-1. Let's check some other scores around the league. Glacier leads Billings 10-8 in Billings. Great Falls leads Idaho Falls 11-7. Great Falls, a little bit of a revolution there. They've won the first 3 games of that series. Next pitch is a fastball high. It's now Yuba Sutter 9, Grand Junction 3. The 3-1. Strike 2 at the bottom of the zone. We go full 3-2. Franzen set. And the payoff to Wilmer is swung on and missed. Changeup. And down goes Stephen Wilmer, the 8th strikeout for Ballers pitching tonight. Here's Tristan Garcia. It was his single in the 5th inning in his last at bat, which was the 4th for Rocky Mountain. That's the last one they had. First pitch breaking ball is down low. Franzen to the plate, and that is off the plate, 2-0. A 2-0. Fastball at the bottom of the zone, 2-1. 2 away in the 7th. For what it's worth, the best ever record by a Pioneer League team and a half is 37 wins, which is a number the Ballers can try to tie if they were to win these final 3 games. That was set by Missoula last year in the first half. Two and 2 the count. Franzen to the plate. The breaking ball is popped up, and that'll get out of play. It's 2 and 2 to Garcia. Base is empty. 8-0 in the 7th. Franzen ready. Comes set with 5 left on the clock. And he throws. Ground ball up the middle. Backhanded by Isai. His jump throw is not in time. Great effort by Santos. That'll bring up Alonzo Zuniga. Zuniga is 0 for 2 today in his 2 at-bats. First pitch fastball, a strike at the top of the zone. It's 0-1. The next pitch, a ground ball foul. Oh and 2. Franzen looking for the final out of the 7th. Short lead at first for Garcia. Tatum sets up low. The pitch is fouled. Late swing from Zuniga to stay alive. The 0-2 is a half swing. Does he go around? Yes, says the home plate umpire. It's strike 3. 2 Ks for Franzen. No runs, no hits. Excuse me, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left on base. Time to stretch. Bottom of the 7th we go. It's 8-0 Oakland on 860 AM, The Answer. Welcome back to Ballers Baseball here on 860 AM, The Answer. I think the folks singing the 7th inning stretch are a little bit behind the rest of the crowd, but that's okay. We're all having a good time tonight. And a real nice crowd as well. 2,872 on a Friday night. 2872. Good to see a lot of our close friends here at the game. Here's Pat Monteith against Nyan Hernandez, then Santos and Bugs. First pitch is off the plate. Monteith today, a walk, an RBI single, and a pop-out. Next pitch is low. It's 2-0. Well, Hernandez has missed, and every time he has missed, he's missed low. More or less. A lot of pitches in the dirt. Monteith off the hands toward left center. The shortstop Kieber will make the catch on the pop-out. And there is one away. Here's Isai Santos. Hernandez fires, and the first pitch is high. Santos, an RBI walk. He had subsequently reached on an error in his next at bat and then flied out. The 1-0 inside, 2-0. 8-0. Oakland leads here in the 7th. 2-0 fastball at the bottom of the zone for a called strike one. It appears Franzen will get the 8th. Two-one. Called strike to Santos, 2-2. Santos ready. Hernandez now set, 4 left on the clock. He kicks and fires in time, and Santos hits us into center. It's shallow. It's now backing up Booth. Now he stops. Now he comes in. Now he makes the catch. Not the easiest fly ball of all time, but if it wasn't a can of corn, it was a can of something. Here's Bugs. So here is Bugsy now. Bugsy, the leadoff man today. He is 1 for 4 with a single. He also stole a base and scored a run. The first pitch is low to him. We've said this a lot, which is ball one. 1-0. Bugs, that's a base hit to left field. A hard hit ball on the ground, and Darrell took a big turn around first, and he is heading back. Now here's Lou Helmick, who made my week in his last at bat with a 2-run home run to left. Hernandez throws, and Helmick fouls that one out of play. Eight 0 Oakland here in the bottom of the 7th. Oh, 1. Hernandez ready. And the pitch. It's outside, 1-1. Next pitch is popped back. It's 1-2. Hernandez set, runner at first. Is Bugs not being held on? The 1-2. Helmick takes low. Two outs in the inning. Helmick ready. And Hernandez now to the plate. Helmick, a high, deep drive to center field. Back is Booth. He's at the track. He leaps. It's in the park. It's off his glove. Here comes Bugs home. And Helmick has just doubled in. Another run. And my question is whether or not Carter Booth brought that ball back. That ball was hit a long way, and he nearly made the catch jumping at the wall. It would have been right off the top of the wall, maybe a foot or two short. And Helmick, now with 3 hits, has a single, a home run, and a double. So the issue now is the spot for Franzen is coming up rather quickly. It's still a ways away, but all of a sudden this inning has got a little bit longer in the tooth than one might have hoped. This is what happens, though, when you're pressed into a situation like this. 9-0 Oakland now. Pierce fouls this back. Lou with 3 RBI today. Big game yesterday, big game today. Here comes the 1-1. Pierce, a half swing. Does he go? Yes, says the umpire. Now that time I thought he was safe. Pierce is 1 for 4 today. He was credited with a stolen base on the double steal with Helmick. It's 1-2. And Hernandez throws, and Pierce takes just off the plate. Nobody wants to challenge. Hernandez set once more. The 2-2 on its way. Pierce fouls that away. Ryan is still fighting and still looking for his first pro home run. Here comes a 2-2 in the dirt, 3-2. On deck is Buford, and now Zuniga is going to come out and have a chat with Hernandez. Definitely a chill in the air, and when you start your game with a 65-degree first pitch, you're going to drop down quite rapidly. It does say 61 at the moment, but the wind is certainly a factor as well. So the umpire will dust off the plate. We're ready to go. A 3-2 to Pierce. At second is Helmick. Hernandez throws, and it's a ground ball foul. We'll do it all again. Here we go again. Hernandez to the plate, and Pierce takes low. It's ball 4. And now Buford will bat. Here's Cam, who today has already homered. He also walked in the 6th. First pitch, Cam looks at strike 1. Second is Helmick. At first is Pierce. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. 9-0 Oakland. Buford takes way outside. It's 1-1. Cam pops this up over first, and this one will get out of play. Hernandez set. It's a 1-2 to Cam. Pitch on its way is a ball hit, smash toward right. Back is Lynn Scott. He's at the wall, and he makes the catch. Boy, that was quite a shot to right, and I don't know how that ball stayed in. It just did not have the angle. We'll take a break, and we'll come back. It's another run for Oakland. It's an RBI double by Helmick here in the 7th, and it's 9-0 as we move on to the 8th on 860 AM, The Answer. To the 8th. It's 9-0 Oakland. And you know what that means. When we head to an 8th, And we are up 8 runs or more. It's a magic 8th inning. Now, I must admit to you in real time, and I'm sorry to report this, but my personal Magic 8 Ball lost in transit from Colorado Springs. So we are going to have to trust the wisdom of the app today. And Nevada Colin is not here to save me, unfortunately. The first pitch. So Carter Booth is down low. So if you have a question for the Magic 8 Ball app, if you even want to bother asking, then please let me know. It's 1-0 to Booth. Swung on and missed. Okay. No, you can just talk in you write me in the chat and I will address the 8 ball. The 8 ball in app form is still a very informed 8 ball. It just, you know, it may not get them all correct. The 8 ball in physical form, that must be trusted. Next pitch is down low. It's 2-2. Ben wants to know, ask the 8 ball, if we win the game, do we thank Liquid IV? Okay, let's see. The next pitch is swung on and missed. And Franzen has his 3rd strikeout. So we'll do our digital shake. Ben, you may rely on it. First pitch is outside to Sam Linscott. Mark Kahn wants to know whether or not Franzen will bat in the bottom of the 8th. Okay. It's down low. It's 2-2. There is no other live chat than our YouTube. That is where you chat with us. Outlook unclear on whether Franzen will bat in the 8th. I think that's fair. The next pitch is a strike. It's 2-1 to Linscott. Linscott today has a single in 3 at-bats. He's 1 for 3. Franzen throws, and the next pitch is also down and in. It's 3-1. I will have to make a emergency run maybe to Target tomorrow and pick up the 8 ball. I neglected to replace my 8 ball. Pitch hit to center field. Bugs over to his left. He'll make the catch. 2 away. I hope, however, if someone has found it at some point, that they are enjoying its wisdom and powers. Oh, this is a good one from Ralph Fury Storm. Will there be another challenge this game? We've only had the one. Why not? Let's see what the 8 ball says. The 8 ball says, better not tell you now. Jeez. How about that? The 8 ball saying, hey, this is a union break. Gary Laura. Swing and a miss. 1-1. 2 outs here in the 8th. Oakland up 9-0. And Franzen has just allowed 1 hit to the first 6 batters he's faced. Swing and a miss. Fastball down and in. 1-2. Laura, tonight's designated hitter, singled in the first. The first inning was the only inning in which Rocky Mountain had multiple runners on this game. Milliken allowed back-to-back hits with 2 outs, and at no other time have they had multiple hits in an inning. Fastball is high. 2-2 with 2 outs. Base is empty here in the top of the 8th. Franzen the kick and the pitch, and Laura fouls it back. Today from Franzen in the left side, we have seen him as high as 92 on the fastball. The 2-2 is a breaking ball, too low. 3-2. For the ballers in the 8th, we will see Tatum Leahy and then the pitcher's spot. Franzen comes set. The 3-2 pitch, Laura fouls it away. Full count pitch again. Laura swings and misses. Change up. See you later. 4 Ks for Franzen through 2 innings. 3 up, 3 down in the 8th. We move on to the bottom of the 8th. It's still 9-0 Oakland on 860 AM The Answer. It's a magic 8th inning. Welcome back to our magic 8th inning. It's 9-0. Oakland leading. Tom Peltier is the new lefty on the mound for the Rocky Mountain Vibes. He'll face Tatum Leahy and then a mystery man. We had a question from Paul Friedman for the 8 ball. Will Franzen do a 3-inning save tonight? And the 8 ball says doubtful. So Peltier, the lefty, according to the 8 ball, will face Tatum Leahy and a pinch hitter. Tatum today has popped out, singled, grounded into a fielder's choice, and walked. 10 hits for Oakland. First pitch swung on and missed. Next pitch, a touch off the plate. It's 1-1 to Dillon. So Peltier replaces Hernandez as he fouls that one out of play. Hernandez goes 2 innings, allows 2 hits, a run, which was earned. That was the RBI double by Helmick, bringing in Bugs. Walked 3 in that time, did not strike out anyone. Tatum pops this one up, and this one, too, also will get out of play. We have a oh, here, Jesse Miller. Will the Bees play lights out tonight? Is that a question for the 8-ball? Because I feel like that's more of you're asking a question you already kind of know the answer to. We're in the 8th inning, and the Ballers are up 9-0. The 1-2, Tatum takes high. Does he go? No, says the umpire at first. We do have a question for not the 8-ball. Why is the Ballers bullpen the best? Did they just get the best, or is it the coaching that's superior? Tatum down the line, but that's foul. Well, we definitely know the types of players that we want. But I would have to say, Diane, a little bit of both, perhaps, because Jim Dietrich, who is a longtime scout, a man who pitched in the big leagues, pitched for a long time. He knows a couple things about pitching. 2-2. Tatum, a grounder. Slowly hit. It's Peltier off the mound, who will have no play. The third baseman, Tofflin, was playing so deep that the ball, high chopper, that nearly went all the way to the bag, it was Peltier's ball or no one. And it's Leahy now. Are you kidding me? James Collier has come out on deck. Are you kidding me? I guess when you win the first half, all right. Leahy swinging, that's fouled back. Is that it's James Collier's number? I guess you don't want to burn a player on the bench. I don't know who's exactly available for Oakland. Ground ball towards second. Picked up by Garcia. Dropped by Garcia. His throw to first is in time. No double play. The out goes 4-3. So the last time Collier has swung a bat was Summer League 2018. This is crazy. Here we go. Peltier against Collier, who swings and misses, and he tried to hit one 500 feet. This box score is just going to be nuts. Pinch hitting pitchers just to hit. 0-1. Collier swings and misses. It's 0-2. Collier looks at strike three at the knees, and Collier is gone looking. Usually, you don't get the okay from pitching coaches or managers to allow your relief pitchers to hit, especially as a pinch hitter, but I think Collier must have been begging to do that. Here's Monteith, runner at second, 2 outs in the 8th. First pitch is high and away. It's a strikeout for Peltier. It's not going to be Collier who comes in. I think it's going to be Bogosian, who is now sat down in the bullpen. Next pitch is a strike to Monteith on the inside, 1-1. Pat is 1 for 3 with an RBI. Here comes a 1-1 now. It's a swing and a miss. If I happened upon this box score, I think I would try to hunt people down to try to say, all right, listen, what went wrong here? Let me fix this on the back end. Monteith up the middle. That's a base hit. Tatum is going to be held at third. Another hit for Pat. And men at the corners for Eastside. Santos has an RBI walk. He's 0 for 3 otherwise. 9-0 Oakland here in the 8th. A ball hit to center field. Well struck. Booth moving back, and he makes the catch in the deepest part of the yard. We head to the 9th. It stays 9-0 Oakland on 860 AM The Answer. Adam Bogosian comes out of the Ballers bullpen to try to finish this one off. 9-0 they lead on Friday night. Caleb Franzen goes 2 innings, allows just 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Bogosian this season, he has been good in his first professional year. 1-0 record, 13 appearances, a 5.57 ERA, 21 innings, 18 strikeouts to just 6 walks. Now, let me tell you, all the players today that have occupied this 7th spot, it starts with Lozano, then St. Pierre, then Milliken, then Almanza, then Milliken again, then Franzen, then Collier, and now Adam Bogosian. When you lose the DH, wild stuff can happen. All right, Bogosian will face Ernie Yake, a pinch hitter. And this is Yake. First pitch is fouled back. This is Yake. No, this is Otto Jones. Not Ernie Yake, excuse me. So Jones will pitch hit against Bogosian, and it's a quick 0-2 after 2 quick foul balls. A lot of moving parts here. Ballers last week shut out Rocky Mountain twice. It was their first 2 shutouts of the year. I say this for planning purposes only. Next pitch is outside. It's 1-2. One and two. Bogosian set. Tatum setting up away. The 1-2 is in the dirt. Jones, who we really liked behind the plate in the last series. This year is hitting .261, no home runs, and 7 RBI. This next pitch is high and inside. It's 3-2. Bogosian set. And the pitch on its way is a high chopper toward third. It's going to be picked up by Pierce. The throw is past the first baseman. I don't know. I'm partial to a hit there. A very high chopper that Pierce had a little bit of trouble with. And it would have had to have been the perfect play. So it's going to be a hit for Jones. This is going to be Alex Adams. So the bench is emptying here. So Jones, the infield single. And now for Keeber, 12, Adams will bat. Make sure we get all these changes in. I'm also having to do the scoring today. First pitch is a called strike. We're going to have a review here for hit or error. Pierce had enough time to throw across. Bounces. It's tough to tell. The pitch is outside. Let's watch that in full speed to get a fairer assessment. That play is down and away. So do we have a scoring change? It is an error. An error that allowed Jones to get to first. Next pitch is down low to Adams. It's 2-2. So I hope you were not doing your books in pen at home. For those of you still keeping score at home in a 9-0 game. Adams, a ground ball toward Pierce. He'll pick it up. His throw across is past the glove of Buford. And the Vibes will not advance. Now, that one is a little bit tougher. And they're going to say another error, another E5. Well, for Oakland, it's their third error then of this game. Here's Butcher. This pitch is under Tatum. And Rocky Mountain, I think, uninterested in what's the opposite of running up the score? Because they didn't advance on the errant throw. Pitch is swung on a miss by Butcher. I suppose if they score in this inning, they're going to want to get it on their own. I don't know. One and one. Fastball, strike on the outside, 1-2 to Butcher. Butcher is 0 for 3. Next pitch, swung on a miss. Chased way outside on the slider by Bogosian. A strikeout swinging for Butcher. Wilmer, who struck out last night for the final out that allowed Oakland to take home a first-half championship. A ground ball back to Bogosian, to second for one, and to first. That's a double play, and this game is over. Stephen Wilmer, the last man at the plate on back-to-back nights. It is Oakland's third shutout of the last 2 weeks. Tonight, by the score of 9-0. A 35th win of this first half. And just another outstanding performance by this group of men. We'll wait as we usually do after wins, have a post-game interview on the field before this game is up. I think I know who I would pick, and yes, it very much will be that same man who took an at-bat early in the game. He's standing by with G-Biz as we speak. And now we head down to the field where G-Biz is standing by with Noah Milliken.
All right, we're here with the player of the game, Noah Milliken, on the mound, 6 innings, 7 Ks. How you feel after that performance, man?
Yeah, man, it feels great. Team put up a bunch of runs, made it easy on me. It was a fun game. Fun.
I mean, after being here last night, seeing you guys clinch home field during the playoffs, everybody was celebrating. I know you were trying to be responsible because you were out on the mound today. How did it feel to put the team on your back, man?
Man, it was fun. It was fun. Everyone played great. We had a great game. It was a fun one.
Now, as we get ready to move into these playoffs, what do you think the focus is going to be and how we're going to be able to move forward so we get to that championship?
We don't really need to change anything. Just keep doing what we're doing. Everyone's playing good ball. We're playing good defense, hitting good, pitching good. Just keep it going.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much. The Milkman, ladies and gentlemen. The Milkman. Shout out to you, Ballers fans. Tomorrow, make sure you're here. J Wall is going down. Oakland stands up day. Shout out to those Ballers.
Thanks, G-Biz. We appreciate that. And now we'll take it to a break for our Ballers postgame show on 860 AM The Answer. I don't know what combination you could ask for that would sound better than baseball highlights over Duel of the Fates, but you just got it there. A 9-0 shutout on Star Wars night here at Raimondi Park. Let's go through the totals. No runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Rocky Mountain Vibes. It's 9 runs, 12 hits, and 3 errors for the Oakland Ballers. Winning pitcher was Noah Milliken, who you can definitely say has had some really nice starts this year. This one may be his best. 6 innings, 4 hits, 6 shutout innings with no walks and 7 strikeouts. It was a line that got Dylan Matsuoka Player of the Week, almost identical, although Matsuoka even gave up 2 more hits than Milliken did tonight. He picks up the win, his second professional win. He is now 2-0. Craig Scherer takes the loss. 3 innings, 4 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned runs, 5 walks, 1 strikeout. I believe that is the 3rd loss for Scherer on the year. No save in the game. Time of the game, 2 hours and 47 minutes in front of 2,872 Oakland fans. Well, it was a ton of fun tonight. It was early runs for Oakland again. They got their first run via a little bit of help, 4 straight walks in that second inning, and then the bats came out in the third. The home run from Buford, the 2-run double from Lozano. You heard it, the RBI single from Monteith. And then maybe my favorite home run of the year so far, which was Lou Helmig's in the 5th, very reminiscent of the Lozano at-bat in the playoffs a year ago. It's come together for Oakland so quickly and so well. They're 35-11, and they've got a long way to go, but boy, are they built well for the long run. Tomorrow's game, a 4:35 start, so make sure you tune in a little bit earlier. We are going to take a 19-hour break before we're back on the air with you tomorrow. I want to thank Vince back in our 860 AM The Answer studios, Gavin in our Vert studios, Ben here in the press box with me, Isabella Haberman, as always, who today was taking the photos on the field. We wish Tobin all the fun on his flight to Paris today. I'm sure he'll just be miserable without Ballers baseball for a week in Paris. I can't imagine what you could do a week in Paris except eat all the delicious pastries that you can stuff your mouth with. So Tobin, who is one of our interns, a videographer and a photographer, I'm sure he's going to enjoy his vacation very much. I love Paris. I'm not jealous in the least bit. Not at all. We'll take a break. We'll come back tomorrow, 4:30 pack time. Once again, our final tonight's Oakland 9 and Rocky Mountain nothing. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. Thanks, Vince. I appreciate all the drops. All right, later.